Make the ground shake.
What's up guys, and welcome back to another video from the Academic Learning Studio. My name is Ricardo, and over the next few videos in this series I'm going to show you guys how to use keyboard shortcuts to navigate your way around browsers like Google Chrome or Microsoft Suite, which includes PowerPoint, Word, and Excel. But before we get started, don't forget to leave a comment, drop a like, and subscribe to this video. Follow us on our Twitter and other social media accounts, links in the description below. So without further ado, let's get learning. Alright guys, so for this first video and in the series on keyboard shortcuts, I'm going to be focusing my attention on the Control key, which can be found at the bottom of the keyboard of the large section of the keys, and in later videos I'll be touching up on the Shift key, which can be found above the Control key, and then later of course I'll be touching up on the Alt key, which is found on either side of the spacebar. And then hopefully I would get a chance to do the combination keys like Control and Shift, which is pretty interesting. So for this first video, we're going to go ahead and start off with the letter A. Now the letter A and Control, if you hold them both at the same time, will allow you to select all. And I do mean select all, so not something I would recommend if you're browsing. Let's say you like all these pictures and you just want everything. Control A selects everything that you see. But let's say for this example I have set up here, you have to go through all these videos and you have to move them for whatever reason. You could go by one and try moving them, dragging them over to whatever file you have designated, or you could highlight all of them. That's faster, but it does take some time and some focus. You have to be precise on where you click, otherwise you end up going to a different folder or wherever it is that the cursor is located. You could also just instead Control A, and now I have everything selected, and I can go about deselecting whatever videos I want to and move all of them. Oh, see what I mean by the precision? Control A. You can go ahead and move all of these videos over to these folders that I have selected here. Also, a good thing with having all these files selected is that I can manipulate them at the same time by right clicking. I can go ahead and just delete everything gone, bam. Using Control A in Word, you can start afresh. If you don't like your project, just Control A and it selects all the text. Naturally the header is kind of separate, so you'd have to double click in the header to affect the header, but that's just a quick way of getting everything wiped clean. If you're in PowerPoint, I have a text here. Let's say I want to select all the text. I would just select in the text box, Control A, and then I have every text selected. If I want to control all these slides at once, Control A, bam, I have it all selected. And if I go in Excel, selecting a cell that has text in it, Control A will allow me to control all the cells with text in it, which also includes, let's say if I add a value of 25, also includes numbers. If I want to select just everything on this project, you just use the cursor and select into the white space, Control A, and everything is selected. So use your power wisely. Alright guys, so this next keyboard shortcut is Ctrl B. Now Ctrl B allows you to bold text. It's a text manipulation shortcut which doesn't really do much when you're browsing, but it's kind of universal when it comes to Microsoft Suite. Let's say you want to place emphasis on something, you do like a word, you would just double click the word and Ctrl B, it bolds the word. And then you can remove it by Ctrl B again, unbolding the word. If you want to bold something that's connected to that word, triple click and it highlights everything, and Control B and it's bolded. Now I'm not sure if you noticed this, but every time I hit Control B, over here on the left side, the upper corner, in this font box of the Home tab, you'll find this letter B, which again is the same thing, bold and unbold. Placing your cursor over it, it lets you know that the keyboard shortcut for bold is Ctrl plus B, and you'll find basically the same thing in PowerPoint. There's the B. You just double click, triple click, Ctrl B, and it bolds the text, and the same thing goes for Excel. Ctrl B will allow you to bold text. Next, we're going to go ahead and touch up on Ctrl C. Now, don't let this title up here fool you guys. Ctrl C only allows you to copy whatever it is you have selected onto your clipboard, whether it be text or a file. To paste, you would have to Ctrl V, the V being next to C, so it's easy to remember. That would allow you to paste whatever it is you've just copied from the clipboard onto a new area. Let's say in this example I have set up right here, I want to copy this video. I would hit Ctrl C. Now you don't really see anything immediately, but if I use my cursor and click over into this flash drive, Ctrl V, and bam, a new copy is being made. Exactly as the same as the original, only in a different location. If I were to place a copy in the location where the original already exists, Ctrl V will place the word copy or the number 2 in parentheses, or 3 or 4 or 5, depending on how many copies you placed, in order to distinguish itself from the original source. If you want to, let's say, copy an image that you like from the internet and you want to place it somewhere else, it doesn't exactly work the same way. You, instead of hitting Ctrl C to copy, you would just go right click and copy image. If you hit copy image, and then I go over to this Word document and I hit Ctrl V, then the image shows up. Let's say in this example from Word, if I need to do research on someone, Ctrl C, I can take it from this title and go to the search bar, Ctrl V, Ctrl V, enter, and there we go. I have all this information on Beethoven. Just remember not to cite from Wikipedia. In PowerPoint and Excel, it's just the same thing. If I want to copy this title and move it over to this slide, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and it's done. You'll notice that when you Ctrl V, it brings up this little clipboard icon here to the right. You can paste depending on your need, if you want to keep the source formatting, or if you want to, if you're using pictures and you're pasting pictures, or if you just want to keep the text only. There are different options for pasting, which can show up either by hitting Ctrl V, or if you right click, you can see the paste options right here. That's if you have something copied onto your clipboard. Ctrl C can be very useful, like as you see here. If you have something that's repeating, you can just Ctrl V, down arrow, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, down arrow, Ctrl V, down arrow, Ctrl V, and just keep going and going, like the gift that never stops giving. And that's Ctrl C. And that's going to be the end of that video. I'd really love to make this a mini series, guys, so if you want to see more content like this, all you gotta do after hitting that like and subscribe button is leaving a comment down below saying, I want to see more videos like this. Let me know what I can do to improve. I'd really love to hear what you guys think about these videos. And with that being said, thanks for watching.
Make the ground shake.